What up, fam? This your boy Sly from the Get Down Live, and we got a great show lined up for you today.
Woo.
I got my girl, Livy E, to my right. What up, Livy E?
What's up, y'all? I missed you guys.
Yeah, man, our girl Essence Love is a little bit under the weather, but we still gonna get into it, right, Livy?
Absolutely, we're gonna hold it down for her tonight.
That's what I'm talking about. And you know, we got some special guests coming up in just a minute. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna help us out with this topic of the day. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna go down. You know, I know y'all might feel a little bit. I'm a little bit under the weather. Y'all might could tell I got my Barry White voice going on. Can you hear me?
It's a cool slide, but I know.
Okay,
I know the struggle's real, but you got it.
Yeah,
right?
man.
Right?
Yeah, these kids, they're killing me, man. That's what I got. KIDS, man.
It's okay.
Kids.
It's okay.
You know what I'm saying? But check it out, man. Topic of the day. Are you helping to build or leave a footprint in your community?
Man, you better talk to me.
That's what I'm talking about, man. And if y'all don't know, this is our special guest. I'm finna put it down for him. I'm gonna let y'all know who they are in just a second, because we're gonna get all the way into it. Livy E, are you leaving a footprint in your community?
Absolutely. I try to be an example. I try to lead by example every single day. And as you all know, I have Inspire Africa LA. Yes. Where I highlight and showcase successful Africans that live in the States and African Americans that live in the States as well. So that's what I'm always trying to do. Share people's stories so I can inspire the youth. So that's how I try to, leave my footprint and do what I can and share, the many stories of so many people.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, Livy.
Yes.
Mine is just a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? I go out and beat up kids. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you say. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're supposed to do.
Leave your footprint.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You make them tough that way, bro.
Exactly, man.
Right.
Hey, somebody got to do it. But hey, that second voice and that third voice that y'all hearing, man, I'm going to bring in a special guest. You know what I'm saying? So I got my dogs, Carl Harris, and my main man, the son from Grind Life, man. Hey, what's up, fellas?
24/7.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I said that again. It sounded good when you said it.
Hey, man, there you go. Grind Life, baby. That's that boy, the son, man. What's up? Hey, man, so tell me, man, what is, and I don't know whichever one y'all want to take it, what is Grind Life?
Grind life is the difference between losing and winning.
Losing, hey. That's
like
the grind.
I like that.
That's definitely the grind.
Ooh.
And so we'll expand on that a little bit, man. Tell me about what y'all do and how y'all get it done.
Grind life.
Yeah, you got it.
I mean, that's the son talking right now.
Pretty much is like this, right? We're in 2019.
Yes.
And very often you hear people saying they're on their grind.
Yeah.
In fact, it's become like a cliche thing now to be on your grind.
Yeah, that's right.
Right.
Because everybody's gurus of the grind now, all of a sudden. Right? So everybody's grinding. However, we have a case to where everybody's not living
What they saying?
the life they want to live.
Right. Exactly.
Being the person that they want to be. Right? And the irony in it is we feel like we have a lot of people that feel like, okay, I know I've been through a little bit, so I've learned a little something, so I got to, right?
So they on their grind, basically.
Yeah, they stagnate, they grow.
Right.
So what's the true definition of grinding?
Grinding has nothing to do with what you do. The power of the grind, the energy behind it, it comes from why you do what you do.
Right.
Why do you wake up in the morning?
Okay.
Why do you come here and put those headphones on? Why are you passionate about preaching this message? Why is that important to you?
Say what you doing it for.
What's that why?
Exactly.
What's that thing that make you feel something?
Right.
So why are you saying that? Carl, what's that thing that make you feel something, man?
Well, I've always said from the beginning, like, my grind is all about my family.
Absolutely.
I have kids. I'm now a grandfather. So
You a grandfather?
yes, sir.
Wow.
Are you a 23-year-old grandfather?
Look, you look so young. You guys, he looks so young. So young.
Yeah.
Look, black don't crack, like I said before.
Hey, there you go, man. Black don't crack.
I'm a little older. I'm a little older than 23.
All right.
So from my perspective, you gotta be aware of what we've been through to know where we're going.
Absolutely.
or you'll be tricked, and
Yeah, and you
it's
don't want that.
There's a lot of bamboozling going on, so you gotta keep your mind right. So
especially in LA, there's a lot of bamboozling going on.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm
A
saying?
lot of trickery.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
People
claiming
get
something.
your money.
Yeah.
That's the name of the game.
And
Get your
I
money.
think in LA we are very much so about facade and and trying to look the part, but probably not really living it.
Right.
Exactly.
So
yeah, well, everybody say they grinding because I be seeing some of the barbers, man. They be posting on Instagram. They be like grinding, but they just be sitting in their own chair. So I'm like, what you grinding on? You know what I'm saying? Like, man, you gotta have dudes waiting. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be on the grind. Somebody tell me, man. So grind life. Let's get into it. Let's grind this thing out.
Before we move past that, I just want to make sure that one last thing, which is like the power of who you are, is super clear.
Okay.
Right. The grind.
Mm-hmm.
To answer that question, all the way broken down, it's like we said, it's not in what you do, but why you do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in that process, it's who you become in that process.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because
you could change. You'll definitely change.
What we want is waiting at who we are to become.
What we want is waiting at
who we are to become.
Sit on that for a minute.
Yeah.
What we want
is
waiting at who we are to become.
Okay.
If we were the person that we were called to be, right now, then we would have the things that we want to have right now.
Right.
So the fact that we still have those desires and have those lacks and have those wants, let us know what it's still work to do.
Right.
So you growing into it.
So if we embrace it, you embrace it.
So that struggle.
You don't run from it, you run through it.
Right.
You can't run from it. It's gonna follow you. It's gonna run after you. And guess what?
It's
if you
gonna
running
catch you
from
soon.
it, it's gonna catch you sooner or later.
It's gonna catch you.
You got to run through it.
No doubt.
It's like it's about not only it's mindset, not just facing your fears, right?
Right.
Conquering them.
Defacing your fears.
Yeah.
Not just beating, but defeating and
yeah. And some people won't even be able to do that. Like, so what do you say to the people that can't make that happen? Like they don't.
We set an example.
Yeah, there you go.
We set an example.
There you go.
Okay. So let us know, how did you two come together and say, okay, we're going to start.
This is my cousin.
Oh, okay. So you guys are family. All right.
Yeah.
So coming to a place where, okay, we want to motivate, we want to inspire. Where did that all come from?
Back to what I was saying, we gotta know where we're coming from.
Absolutely.
To know where we're going.
So knowing about your past, knowing about your histories, so you can be able to move forward in the future. Okay.
And
nice.
You gotta conquer all the obstacles that set in front of us. So we can move forward.
And for you two, anyone can answer. How do you guys stay motivated? Because I know we have these days, everybody, even right now, I think it's a very tough time. It's so much craziness happening in this world. Yeah, so how do you guys stay motivated 24/7? Because it's global grind 24/7. How do you guys, when you wake up in the morning, what keeps you going? I know it's that wise statement, but also just elaborate on that for the average person.
It's a secret.
It's a secret.
It's a secret. Look,
we're gonna let you know right now.
Look, we're uncovering
right
the
now
secrets
on the
here.
network studio. You had it first.
Yeah,
from
the exclusive.
The get down, baby.
Grind.
The get down. We getting down. Let's get into it, man.
Well, first off, motivation isn't something that we encourage.
Yeah.
Because motivation is to have a motive, which is something external from you, being your reason that you're taking action. Right? Inspiration is what we preach. Inspiration is inspired, and it comes from you being in alignment with your essence.
Right.
Or your purpose.
Exactly.
Look,
your
purpose. Where's essence when we need it? Where's essence?
So in line with your purpose. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. I see.
But tell me, man, like,
and from past experiences, like we come from. I mean, our families are pretty tight knitted, so we solid, but financially we're not where we need to be and where we deserve to be. So
we all trying to get up there. But what is grind life? What is grind life?
Boom. So outside of the brand and what we represent and define for the culture, right? Because our overall mission is to upgrade the culture. Because what we are facing in our communities right now right, is directly responded and dependent upon the culture or the lack thereof.
Mm-hmm.
And upraise it how? Like knowledge.
Because I know
music.
you guys are also into, entertainment, fitness, health, all that. So,
right. So
elaborate.
we have the one aspect is the WIN Club. So WIN stands for Wellness, Inspiration, and Nutrition.
Ooh.
We're 3
You guys
parts.
know I'm all about my health and wellness, y'all.
Something
WIN
I
Club,
need to
stand
get
up.
on.
We out here.
Something I need. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. WIN stands for Wellness, Inspiration, and Nutrition. So we're 3-part beings, right? Mind, body, and soul. So in order to be whole, we got to cater to each part of who we are.
Okay.
So we've created a program, a coaching system, and a community that gives access and motivates and encourages you to stay inspired, right? Because it's easy to get started. The challenge is in staying going.
Right. Exactly.
Maintaining. Exactly.
But here's the key. All you got to do is stay consistent long enough to get a little result. Because once you see that first result, you wake up and see that, see that little line in your stomach, you popping. Can't nobody tell you nothing.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
I want to know something. Do you guys feel that leaders are born, or are they just, it just comes through?
Or they built.
Yeah,
no, leaders are, to me, my perspective, I think leaders are built. Because
I'm with you on that one.
I think leaders are built. A lot of people think they're born, but like
I think they can be born.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course, but I think from my perspective, like you got to grow into what you're becoming. You got to grow into it.
You know, it's crazy that you say that because that's why I believe what you say, because I was raised by a single mother. She couldn't tell me how to be a leader.
Exactly.
And the dudes that I was hanging with wasn't leaders. They were dope boys and killers. But yet I kept growing, and I was like, man, the stuff that they taught us back then was all lies.
Yeah.
If somebody step on your shoe, you gotta kill them. Nah, you gotta fight them. Nah, that's stupid. Just wipe it off. You know what I'm saying? It's stupid. And it's your own race. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, man, there's ways to talk things through. So the things that we were taught back then, kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like we were following the guy that was driving the car with no steering wheel.
Because their lifestyle was appealing to us.
Right. Because they had the big cars, they had the rings and the gold,
and the girls.
Yeah, and the girls. That'll have any grown man chasing. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I want that too.
Exactly.
But it's like now, you know what I'm saying? We teach kids there's a whole lot of other ways to get it.
Right.
You know what I mean? You ain't got to do all that. You ain't even got to play basketball. You don't want. You can get a job. But I mean, I know most people don't want a job. You know, I don't even want one. But you know what I'm saying? But I mean, if you paying enough, then or if you happy at what you do, then I mean, you good.
That's what Ground Life is about. I'm sorry.
No. Keep going.
Ground Life is about inspiring our youth.
Yes.
Even the youngsters in our family first.
Absolutely.
We're trying to break these generational curses.
Yes.
We want to progress in life to where we can all network and be able to come together as one for a better purpose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's time for that shit. Like,
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It's been a long time. Like our people's been getting their ass with for a long time.
100%. 100%. So that brings me to the topic of the day for both of y'all. Are you helping to build or leave a footprint in your community?
Definitely.
Okay. And
I'm gonna stump my footprints through this thing.
He said he leaving
King Kong stumps. I'm stumping through like King Kong. Like, hey.
Right. So Carl and Dasan, let us know how or what advice do you have for this generation? We're all about instant gratification, and a lot of the youth, they don't know and they don't understand that work ethic of hard work, or they don't understand that idea of hard work and getting results. So what advice do you have for this younger generation who is just big on instant gratification? What can you tell them?
Okay, right there is super key what you just said about hard work and our youth knowing how important that is. And I agree with that to a certain extent.
Okay.
Because when you're passionate about something that you're doing, hard work is just, that's standard when you're doing something that you're passionate about.
Or smart work.
Right. What?
Take your time.
Yeah. It comes easy when you're doing something that you're passionate about. So
absolutely.
when we understand truly what like the purpose is of us, it's evolution.
Right. And getting to that point.
It's not about working hard on anything else and other than ourselves. We work harder on ourselves. Jim Rohn says we work harder on ourselves than we do on our job. Work harder on yourself than you do on anything. When you wake up in the morning, before you even allow space for the world to have access to you.
So what's the future of Grind Life? Like, where do you guys see it going? What's the next step for Grind Life?
The ultimate goal is schools, financial literacy.
Yes.
Buying houses. What's the word?
Real estate.
Real estate.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
I got
owning
brain
property.
for it. Really, owning
property.
property, land, and growing our own food, like we can stop.
Yeah, all this processed stuff.
Yeah.
Because that's
what
killing us.
Yeah.
It's killing. Yeah, it's killing us.
Like we got to bring that aware to. We got to bring the awareness to our folks to where this is why we're going out.
Yeah,
and that's why we so.
Carl,
heavy.
are you you believe in God?
I do.
Okay.
I believe in a higher power.
Okay.
That's a good question because a lot of people would like to hear my.
I hear your take.
Yeah,
exactly. That's what I'm asking. I mean, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's because a lot of people, I hear a lot of people say I believe in a higher power, and I'm like, okay, well, what is that? Because I believe in God, but it's like in a how, like, do you pray and all that? Or
I still do pray because that's where I come from.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, our ancestors meditated. So, but I kind of try to combine them to keep everybody happy. So I can tell my mama I still pray.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because she think I lost it.
Yeah.
But no, I just moved on to where I know where our people need to progress. So I found a level to where it inspires me to push that for my peoples.
So what do you say to the young 16-year-old who doesn't believe in God? What can you tell him? He don't believe in God. He's headed down the wrong path. He's headed to a dead end. You see it. You've been there.
Yeah.
And you see him going to that dead end. He don't believe in God. What do you say to him?
You can't. The homies it's not the belief route. You can't believe the homies. The homies is gonna give you what has been passed down to them, just like what's been passed down into slavery. Like, it's gonna lead you down the same path. You got to be smart enough to sort out all situations to where.
Absolutely. So that idea of mentorship, we need mentors. Our black men need mentors. You know what I mean? And positive role models.
Yep.
Yes.
So that's very important.
Well,
that's what we're all about.
We're actually in the process of implementing a mentorship program.
Ooh, that would be amazing.
Starting at Gardena High.
Ooh, my sister went there.
My alma mater.
Oh, you went to Gardena? Aren't they the Panthers?
Yeah, they used to be the. I was about to say the Mohawks.
Yeah,
the Mohawks.
I knew. Hey, the crowd love it, man. The crowd love it.
But before we go, any health tips? We need some health tips for the community.
Yes, it's so easy.
It's so eat clean. Just eat clean.
Is it that easy?
Look, really,
it's not easy. You guys with all these foodie pages, everything on Instagram.
It's not easy. You just being hard. Okay. It's easy. You just being hard. It's really simple. You eat what you was just talking about God, right? You eat what He put here for you. You drink what He put here for you.
Okay.
You experience the things. You know what I'm saying? Like living a healthy lifestyle isn't hard. It's just that it's hard to do anything when you don't have the support around you to do it.
Well, pretty much, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And discipline.
Yeah, you need discipline.
Because I mean,
so that's just it. Like just committing to be that support and be that example to give access to the space. And that's why we're going to put a WIN club, right? In every community around the world, right? Starting in our nation and right here in our hometown.
Yeah.
But because of what the WIN club is and what it'll represent in the community and what it'll give the children and their parents, right? In the community access to.
Right.
And really behind the scenes.
Speaking of that, before I know we wind it down.
Shoot.
So right now, we're putting together a community benefit fundraiser.
Okay.
The purpose and the intention of the community benefit fundraiser is to empower entrepreneurship between minority businesses in the community.
Okay.
So we have selected 7 local nonprofits and or small businesses, right? And we have an internship program to where we're putting teams of interns in place under their candidates. And their goal is to raise $10,000 that we get to give to each candidate the night of the event on the 11th as a grant from our foundation.
Oh, that's dope.
To empower their
I
initiative.
love that.
That's
We
dope.
did see that you guys are giving grants and providing things for the youth.
Absolutely.
So that's everything.
That's what we get to do. The children are the future.
Right.
We do know that.
And where is that, and how do people get involved?
Grindlife.co. That's C-O, no M, right?
Grindlife.co.
Grindlife.co.
Okay.
Yes, indeed.
C-O.
Or go to the Instagram. That's grindlife.247, right? And yeah, all the information is right there. We got a mansion in Hollywood Hills. Super exclusive. Super exclusive. Grind Life, like our brand represents luxury, right? We want people to put this on, and when you had this G on your chest, you're feeling like the king that you are.
Something.
And you guys see, they have the...
No, you don't feel like you're doing something. You feel like you're being something.
There you
Okay,
go.
It's in who you being, right?
You being something.
You being something.
We see the attire right now, rocking the global, the Grind Life right now.
Well, I actually have one of my homeboys brands on right now. He's from Watts.
Nice.
One of my local homeboys,
Watts Boy
called
C.
Watts Boy. No, C is me.
Oh, okay.
You got your name
Watts
on
Boy,
there.
okay.
Yeah, but he's he gets down with the grind, so I'm representing him as well.
Okay.
Mookie, what's happening? Watch out for.
Well, that's dope, man.
Shout out to Watts Sticks with the Think Watts Foundation, making a crazy impact in this community. Bikes Over Banking, Quarter T, crazy. He came out the hood. Now he's made it, and he's a Hollywood stunt devil. It's crazy, like just committing to being that. And now he's giving access to kids to do something different, to have access to something different. So we commend you guys. 19 Keys, Jamila Bates with the Walking Faith Foundation. You guys for creating the access and giving the space that you do.
That's what we doing. Hey, well, we
Thank you so much.
We appreciate that. We appreciate that.
We appreciate the love, man.
Hey, man, anytime, man. We'll check it out, man.
Limbrick Media.
Yeah,
we
got
Limbrick, my bro.
Hey, man.
You know what I'm saying? To set the thing up.
We putting it up, man. We putting it up. We putting it down. Hey, man, you know, it's the Get Down Live. I got my girl, Livy E. You got something closing, Livy E.
Yes. Thank you guys so much.
All right.
Great. And gentlemen, you guys were truly amazing.
Thank you.
Guys for your time.
Thank you.
You guys are just exuding amazing energy. I love what you guys are doing for the people and the youth, and keep grinding.
All right.
We get to do it.
Never stop.
Well, check it out, man. Hey, y'all heard it first. I'm your man, Sly Jones. I got the homies from Grind Life, baby.
Hey,
it's going down.
Say it again.
Yes.
That's
yes.
love.
Watch in the building.
All right, man. Hey, this is Get Down Live. We check you.
Peace.
I love it.